Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies. Came away with a win.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Now here's Edwards. And the layup is good off the glass. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Nash. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Markkanen from long range. And he buries his first look.
Just loves it. Loves to play like a guard and shoot it from the perimeter. Markkanen's bread and butter.
Banchero no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
The three. Nash misses. Down low. Banchero in the post. No good with a layup. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Up top, Vucevic. Pure from three-point range.
The sure stroke of Vucevic when he added that three-point shot in his sixth season. He has loads of trust in his jumper.
Back to Edwards. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Nash. Pass to Wagner. Here's Nash. Lets it go from deep. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
The three ball. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Shot's good by Mathurin.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Here's Nash. Markkanen outside. Good as the jump shot falls. Markkanen's got his second bucket on the night. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Edwards with it. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Pass to Banchero. There's the triple. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Here's New Orleans now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Here's Nash. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
Ready to go!
Here's Edwards. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Nash. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Nash. Fires for three. Tipped.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
Timeout call, Memphis. .46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Edwards for three. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And how about the deep ball right there? Edwards looking comfortable from way outside the arc.
Here's Nash. Pass to Thompson. Here's Sensabaugh. And again, New Orleans no good. Memphis leading. Outside Edwards. Here's Banchero. Here's Edey. From deep. The shot won't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They're showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assist. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Vucevic has got 6.
Usually a straight-on three-point shooter, Vucevic showing his versatility.
On the wing, Mathurin. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 7 points in the game.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wagner. Here's Porter. Guarded by Edwards. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Now Mathurin to the paint. Edey. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Clark with it. 5 to shoot. Pass to Wells. From the arc. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. The Pelicans trail. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Off target from outside. Memphis with the ball. Here's Pippen. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Wagner outside. Pass to Mitchell. Wagner with a screen. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Intelligent decision by Mitchell, using the pick and roll to break up the defense and get open.
Kennard outside. Three-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And here's Memphis now. Pass to Pippen. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Outside Bagley. Here's Pippen. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Kennard for three.
We talk so much about Mitchell's offense, but he can be a lockdown defender as well.
There's a minute 54 left in the first half of basketball. Outside for Porter. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Clark. Pass to Bagley. Porter with the steal. Outside Mitchell. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Tries again. Just bullies his way in. Lauri Markkanen.
Getting it right back up to the rim. Markkanen does a good job.
Now Clark. There's a minute 12 left in the first half. Pass to Pippen. To the left wing. Right side Bagley. Just 5 to shoot. That one doesn't drop. Vucevic with some nice D. Wagner for three. Wagner on the wing. Back to Markkanen. Outside for Mitchell. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Memphis calls timeout. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Edey for three. Counted. 2 for 4 from the field now. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Here's the pick. From deep three-point range. Nash misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And that one's good. Nash has got 5 points.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the three. That shot is off.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the basket by Bane.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Nash. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Give him 8.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And what you like about Mathurin, he brings the energy.
Here's New Orleans now. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Wagner. Here's Nash. Give him 8 points now. Now here's Aldama. Shot is up. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Memphis with the ball. They lead by 1. Pass to Bane. Here's Edey, covered by Vucevic. It's hauled in by New Orleans. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And it's Mathurin missing. And here's New Orleans now. Here's Nash. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
New Orleans calls timeout.
You saw that amazing performance. Give it up for your
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Aldama outside. Wagner for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
The corner is the shortest 3 on the floor, and for Franz Wagner, it's an easy one.
The kick out to Banchero. Ball stolen. And they're pushing it up. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Kicks it out to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses from close range. Here's Edey. He's got 5. Here's Banchero. Banchero hammers it home.
Oh, Banchero. He is ferocious off the bounce.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's a 1-point game. Inside, Edey. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
There's a reason Vucevic shoots a great percentage. So adept and skilled at scoring inside.
Outside Edwards. The kick out to Banchero. Over Mitchell. Pass to Edey from 15 feet away. The Pelicans pull it in. And 1:01 left in the third. Here's Vucevic using his post moves to get the 2 points. Now it's a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
From deep, Bane hits a 3-pointer. Bane's got 6 points.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
On the wing, Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Edey. And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Bane. This one for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Nash. to the middle. Here's Aldama. And it's in there. And the Pelicans lead by 2. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Pelicans ahead, up by 2. And time for a short break. Stay right there.
33.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Now Edwards. Pass to Bagley. To the inside. And he converts the layup. Bagley's got his first 2 points of the night.
Takes contact, and a good job of Bagley fighting through at that time.
And here's Mitchell. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
It's Edwards on the wing. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. There's New Orleans now. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. And that'll wrap up what has been a 5-game homestand for them. Mitchell, good.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
And Caro, no good. The Pelicans lead by 3. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Driving to the basket. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Nash. Outside Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell can't get that one to fall.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Payne with it. Picked up by Markkanen. And Caro, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Three-pointer Mathurin. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And right now, Mathurin is on a roll. This young guy continues to do whatever he wants.
The Pelicans call timeout. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Pelicans coach going over their plan during the last break. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Vucevic. Outside for Mitchell. Here's the 3. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Outside Edwards. Kennard, right side. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Memphis.
And a deadly shooter as Kennard steps up in a big moment.
Here's Nash. Pass to Mitchell. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And when you need a bucket, look to a guy like Mitchell. He's so effective on the floor at finding his scoring opportunities.
Yep, count it.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Three-pointer. Mitchell can't get that one to fall. Memphis trailing here. Outside Edwards. Pass to Kennard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's New Orleans now. Out to the right wing. Here's Nash. Markkanen for 3. They get the rebound. Here's Nash. Back to Wagner. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And look at Franz Wagner, proving he can deliver down the stretch.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. Puts up a three. Back to Mathurin. Six to shoot. Pass to Bane. From behind the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Got to get the ball to your scorers, and Lauri Markkanen is one of them.
And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 5. Edwards looking it over. Now here's Bane. Let's go with a three. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
On offense here are the Pelicans. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
The three from Banchero. The rebound by Markkanen. Left side Mitchell. And so it's the Pelicans who come out on top here. This one was in the balance right until the final second.